What are you doing? No, 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 no. Oh my, well, we're live, people. What's up? It's Last Mile, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna be at least a few hours out today. Let's make some money, baby. And they changed all my options here. No more filters. Crazy. Huh. I don't know what these options are. What's up, everybody? I'm trying to figure this out. Smack that like, say hi in the chat. I have not seen, this is an update for me on the YouTube app. Hey, what up, traveler? I still don't, there are so many options missing. I can't put my filters on. What's up with this crap? What up, Bubba Sue? All right, we got it delivered. Let's go pick it up. It's from a ghost kitchen. Very interesting ghost kitchen at that. Let's go. Let me, oh, there's my delivered reminder. Okay. All right. I missed the 8mm filter too. I'm gonna have to look for it, traveler. I don't know. They couldn't have just removed all the filters. I mean, why would they? That was Dashing Viper. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you guys are all well. Let's go. Let's do this. 18 minutes is my fastest route. Well, then let's do it. Bubba Sue, are you seeing good paying Dlivrds? I'm just wondering for this time of year. I don't know if I don't think that maybe you are. Maybe you're platinum, which would probably make a huge difference. No, I'm not. But yeah, we'll have to find it. You know, if nothing else, man, traveler, I've been thinking about moving over to using StreamYard, setting it up from home, and just kind of running it without a second screen, but being able to add myself in through StreamYard instead of using YouTube Live, because YouTube Live drops a lot. Even when I have a good signal, it's not the most steady, best platform. So oh, I thought I'm driving, so I can't read it fully. I thought you were saying, Viper, that you're in a golf tournament, but when I saw Scottsdale, I figure you're not a gig worker if you'd be in one of the tournaments in Scottsdale, because those guys are multi-millionaires. So, but yeah, that should be some money, huh? Not a golfer. What is it that just came to my head? Oh, Big Lebowski. When the cops are ripping through his stuff. He picks up the bowling ball and he's like, "What's this?" And he goes, "Clearly you're not a golfer." I got some Venezuelans trying to clean my window if they even come near me. We're going to have a whole ordeal. And I shouldn't, it's not just, these are illegal ones. These are the ones that they've been getting arrested at this spot. So do not touch. Everybody's waving them away, saying, "Get the hell out of here, man." Yesterday we had about, I don't know, about probably 50, at least 50 full-blown ice vans, the big ones, all over the city. Everywhere I went yesterday, they were everywhere. So they're in full force here. And I saw they were even ripping people off the streets too. So they don't really care. They're just rounding them all up. I do know that, you know, I was asked by somebody if they're being, isn't that over the line what they're doing? I said no, because on the spot they're letting them. They'll grab you. They might just let you go right there if you're not a concern. They're looking right now. They're just looking for gang members and letting them know that their presence, the illegals' presence is known here. So. But obviously there's big plans because we have 3 detention facilities for ICE in Denver, in the Aurora, Denver area. And they already have also control of Buckley Air Force Base, which has not been used in quite some time. And that is going to be used as a detention center, and it's huge. So obviously the plan is to get rid of all 57,000 that have come here in the last few years. It's been quite a journey with all that, and I think that a lot of you have heard me talk about affected app work. It's affected the offers I see. It's affected all kinds of things. So I gotta say, to the people who are opposed or thinking it's just not right. Anybody that said that to me, which isn't many, it's only a couple, but they don't live in cities that are affected at all by this. Denver's the number 1 per capita, even above New York City. Hannibal and I did a special on this. But number 1 per capita in the United States for where they were sending illegals. Even other places that were taking illegals were sending them here because our mayor is just a crazy man. So I'm not going to tag him on this one because I have if you guys saw my community post, I have a meeting today, and this will end a little bit before that. It's later this afternoon. I have a meeting with the producer and I guess the assistant or whatever her title is to Kyle Clark from 9 News here about doing a piece because Stephanie Vigil, the drafter of the laws, the gig laws that are in place now, referred them to me saying that I was the one that they needed to talk to. So I think that's great, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do that. But I know that 9 News can be a little sympathetic and friendly to our mayor. So for the next few days, the mayor isn't. I'm not gonna say anything. Look, I'm gonna practice the old thing that our parents taught us. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Which I already try and practice with this guy, but I'm gonna fully practice it by just not even thinking about him, because what I just said is true. If you can't say something nice, why say anything at all? Well, since I'm going to do it for the next couple days, I don't have one nice thing to say. So there it is. Most people who are you just get disgusted when they're in politics and and they have any enforcement or any pull in your community, and you just get disgusted by it. You don't have to be in politics somebody gets elected, you start learning all about them, hearing their name everywhere and what they're doing. You know how when you just cringe at somebody? That's what I do about this guy. And at least normally, though, when that happens, if you really look into it, most people don't. Like, you can at least go and like try and look into their policies and stuff and find one or two where you're like, at least I agree with him on that or that. I literally don't. I don't know how. I don't understand any of his policies. They seem like they were written by fifth graders with just lofty ideas on, you know, how the world should be. They're not written by an adult who's anywhere in the realm of a realist. Let me just put it that way. And if you guys know me well enough, you know I have no problem not agreeing with people. In fact, it happens all the time. I don't like to argue, but I love a good conversation, and I always respect the other side. And in fact, when somebody wants to have those conversations, I'm always willing to learn. You know, I actually get open eared when people are like, no, I don't think the same thing, and I invite them on the podcast or whatever, and we have a good conversation. That's how everybody in this community, or speaking about this community, should be. That's how everybody in America should be. You know, it shouldn't be like, oh, you voted that way, I hate you as a person. Really? Because there's a lot of people who just aren't that smart. So, like, it could be the person that's not that smart who's engaging the person who is smart, or vice versa. And if those are your friends, those are your friends. You know? And if one single person that somebody voted for makes you go, screw you, dude, I don't ever want to hear from you again, there's something wrong with you. You know? Because nobody in politics is clean. And by that I mean clean. You know? Everybody's got their shiftiness and their shadiness. Come on. Let's get real. But I got this delivered, and then I got to head back to my zone because I have a Doordash, but I'll be waiting for Curri's during that dash. Fuck you, man. I'm in my own lane, bro. Fuck you on, man. Jesus. You guys, I can't read chat while I'm driving, obviously. And by the way, that was just a big truck. This is like a two like little turn lane. I was completely in my lane, and he's all over the map now. Now I'm staying back of him. He's got this whole rig juggling around. He's like crossing the lines. But like, you gotta know the highways here in Denver. There's some that you shouldn't bring, even though a lane should fit any size car. I'm in an area that's switching highways where these two lanes do not fit. Like, he takes up a lane and a half. I'm sorry about that. Find a different path to where you're going. That's my idea. But he's gonna love me here. Hey, there you are again, buddy. Welcome to Denver. Every once in a while, my eyes do go down. I do. It said Dlivrd sent. Why did I get an alert from Dlivrd while I'm driving to the pickup? Oh, did I not put on my way to pick up? Oh, okay, that's why. I had hit navigate from there. You would think that if you hit navigate from the app, that it would be like, okay, he's on his way. Like, why can't that just be the I'm on my way? Or on my way goes deluminated or something. You know, it's anyway. We'll play the funky extra steps. Oh, homeboy's trying to get up on me here. I'm gonna let him not roll up on me and get out of here. Let's see. Let's see you do what I do, bro. Later. But I'm gonna have a little time when I get there. I think maybe a few minutes. What's my ETA? Yeah, I'll have like 5 minutes to chat with you guys before I can even go in to get my thing. And then yeah, I also have a dumpling shop I have to do today. I have a 3-hour Doordash shift where I'm hoping during the Doordash shift to get curries. But I'll knock out some Doordash. We can laugh at some offers. It's not the same as it was before the transparency law went into effect, though, because if you guys remember, we used to have some really fun, I mean, not so much for my earnings, but we used to have some really fun streams looking together at how bad the offers were. Billy, what's up? You guys say hello to Billy, the mountain, and his wife, Ethel, the tree, who lives upon his shoulder. That's my buddy Joe from Detroit. Let's play Doordash is his channel. But he also has another channel that he should be promoting in here. Joe, why don't you drop that link, or why don't you come back in as your alter ego? Guys, I can't read while I'm in here, but I think I just saw at the bottom Joe on the go. Yeah, so Joe on the go is, I can only see the very bottom, and I really can't look when I'm driving. I've made it a habit of not doing that now. But Joe on the go, let's play Doordash. Let's see what they have to say. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Hello?
So I'm calling you. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, I'm calling you because we are sending you back an order that you accepted and confirmed, but the system removed it. Didn't swipe on time for Lulu Bowl.
Yeah, I did. I swiped everything on time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm almost there. I navigated through the app. I'm almost there. I'm in your beta program too with Chris Barnes. So. Yeah. We are having this order unassigned from you, so we are reoffering you, so you can accept now again and try to start. I would appreciate that. Thank you, Steve. Okay, it says that I still see it in there.
Right. Okay, so maybe it's a problem. I will help you, okay?
Okay, look,
I know,
well, I was driving, but so I just hit.
Oh my God, it disappeared.
So
I will resend again, maybe.
Okay, I'm on my way to pickup there. I just did it again. It's every time I swipe it, it just still says I'm on my way to pickup. I'm literally like 3 blocks away.
Thank you, Steve. Right. Okay. I will accept. Maybe it's not taking it from your end, but I will do it on my end. Okay. No worries. You have it.
So.
Thank you.
So do it, because am I gonna be able to get?
Yes.
Am I gonna be able to get to the next?
Yes.
Am I gonna be able to get to the next can I ask a question? Am I going to be
Yes.
able to get to the next flow screen though once I get there? Because it's just kind of
Yes, it should be
stuck
okay
here.
now.
Okay, now it's got it, and it says now the next prompt says I've arrived at. So I got it.
Okay,
Whatever
got it.
you
Thank
did,
you so
whatever
much.
you did must have fixed it. You're amazing. Thank you. Good job, team Dlivrd. Talk to
Okay.
you later.
You too. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.
That's how you do it. Ooh. I need to know, Bubba Sue. How was that terrible? Why am I terrible? I thought that was, as far as she knows, that was like super awesome. That's the best compliment she's had in her life. And we were just upbeat and happy. It's just because you're watching me. That's the only reason it probably looked weird. But very sarcastic. See, I'm with Joe. Bubba Sue on this one. Listen, if you go back, Bubba Sue, and listen to what I said without the video, I bet you would think not so. Because if you could hear, she wasn't listening to me anyway. She just kept talking, and I was like, can I just speak? Because I was going to tell her exactly what's what. I mean, oddly, I've been working with the beta program with Dlivrd now for a bit. I know all the people over there. Again, I'm in one of those positions like I've been in with Curri where, you know, maybe not that agent, but most of them, I know more than them about what's going on. So it's like, often I can say, no, that's not what happened. This happened. This. So, but I like Joe's. You're such an uplifter. Kill them with kindness, baby. See, that's how I feel. And I know, Bubba Sue, I know that, look, that will not be the way that I act in a situation with 9 News. But I would hope that he pauses and gives me gaps to speak. So, I've arrived at pickup. Plus, as you heard, every time she gave it back to me, it was disappearing. It was screwed up on their end. Bubba, see, you better still be in here. I hope you didn't leave because I know you didn't. But let's see. I got a quick second here. What up, Traveler? Even if I already said hi to you. What up, Bubba Sue? What up, The Frog Show? Misty, what up, Traveler? What up, Dashing Viper? I don't know. ADS CFT correspondence theory. Not sure if we're doing that. Billy, hey, what's up, Mars? How you doing? Joe on the Go. Again, guys, Joe on the Go is Let's Play Doordash. So if you used to watch Let's Play Doordash, and I'm not saying that channel's done, I'm sure Joe might use it for something, but his main channel now, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, is Joe on the Go, where he basically is like Storage Wars. Think of it like that. Joe buys a bunch of crap and then sells it for more than he bought it for. Oh, you're buying a new house. Nice, dude. Awesome. Are you still, can you say where you're going to be? I mean, I know you're Detroit Metro, but can you say where you bought the house? Not the address. Can you just say the... And I am going to go in to get this because it's an 11:05 pickup. 4 blocks from where you are now. Okay. That there, guys, is a very professional way of saying, because Joe's told me where he is, but that's a very professional way of saying, none of your damn business, which is probably the same answer I would have given. So, what is it? Go ahead. Dude, there are so many morons in Denver. It's unreal. Let's get them out. This place be weird. Hey, what's good? I got a Dlivrd.
Is it easy catering?
Yeah.
They'll be right down with you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
I'll show you how this place works. So that's the digital touch screen. And then the pickups. So there's like, I don't know, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 15 restaurants operating out of this place. But what the room that I just showed you is the only room that you can enter. The rest of it is just an old industrial building. Is that the right one?
What is this shit up right here? Is MRO? Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you. You too. Where's the big bucks for you? Spark has been doing well for me, thankfully. Yeah, I don't know. You guys will have to... I'm not a big Spark person. In fact, I've never done Spark. I have tried almost all the other apps. The only other app that I haven't tried, it's not my fault, I've been on the wait list for Amazon Flex for a long time. But you guys know I do a ton of Curri, so that's my primary app. It's great in my city. And I see Side Hustle 247. I think you're the one who's been making all the comments on all the Curri videos, right? So I don't know what market you're in, but I know you do a bunch of Curri too. And then I see George in here. What's up? What's up, Hulk Smash? How you doing, bro? Yeah, Side Hustle 247. How you doing? Let's see. What's my quickest route? Is it that? But for those just joining, this is a Dlivrd that I'm doing. Oh, that's awesome, George. I'm glad to hear it. It's a very small catering order. It's like $100 subtotal catering order. So I got a question for you guys. If you could be paid, let me think of something good, because I wanna see. I'm interested in this question a lot. If you could be paid $20 to deliver, okay, if you could be paid $20 to deliver, or $25 to deliver a quick catering order 4 miles, or the same 4 miles, be paid $50 to take $700 worth of food instead of $100. Would you rather do the 25 for $100 worth of food, 1 bag, or would you rather do multiple bags, make $50 for the same 4 miles, and more work, more carrying in, need a cart, all that kind of stuff? Just curious. Oh, that's awesome, Bubba Sue. But you didn't answer my question. So, George, you'd rather go the same 4 miles, like if you had to pick up here and drop off here, regardless. These are going to be in the same option. You'd rather take the $25 for $100 worth of food and not take the $50 for $700 worth of food? I only bring this up because I want to let you guys know, because I know some people on Dlivrd are like, dude, I didn't take it because it only paid like $60 and the subtotal was like $700. And I was like, you got to let the percentages go a little bit when you're doing it. Just figure your dollar to mile, because really, like, I've picked up it depends on the restaurant too. I've picked up $700 worth of food that are in 3 stacked boxes that they're, if you have a cart, great, but if you don't, you can come in 1 load. I've gotten from like Tokyo Joe's, I've got $700 worth of food in their boxes stacked, and I've carried it in 1 load. So my point is, you're going to carry in 1 load anyway. Of course, for me, I'm going to take the $50, because like when you're doing the dollar against the subtotal, like, yeah, at 25, I'm making 25% of $100. So my tip is 25%. But if I'm taking 50 on 700, my percentage on my tip on the total goes way down. But it's not like I'm the server having to serve a table of 8 for 3 hours. It's, I do curry when I can grab orders. I'm good a day, minimum 3 or 4. Minimum 3 or 4 orders? Are you saying minimum 3 or 4 curry orders a day? Or minimum 3 to 4 orders? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you said what market you're in. You don't have to give away your You don't have to give away your exact city or anything. If you're not familiar, and I don't know, side hustle. Also, if you want to put your first name, so I know who you are, but because I've liked your comments. But I've been with Curri forever. I did some advertising for him back in the day on my podcast, I mean, like I've been with him for, this is going to be my 5th or 6th year in May, 5th year. And I've seen every change that they've had. I've been with them since the beginning. I live in a good Curri city, so I see some pretty good offers. Even this winter has been better than previous winters. Every winter gets a little better out here. But it's all the time changing. They're all the time, trying out new things. And I've been a beta tester for Curri for 3 years. So there's still, for the people who get a little confused, Curri does have sometimes it's a little more work, and I don't mean carrying stuff. You can take small load orders. In fact, I believe Side Hustle had said, oh, Michelle, okay. Hi, Michelle. I think Michelle in one of her comments had said that she looks for only things under a certain amount of pounds. Like I've told people that, like, you guys have seen me do Curri orders this big, a box this big that weighs 2 pounds that needs to go up into the mountains. It's like a single little stupid part that somebody needs. And I've drove, 100 miles for it and made like $170. So, all right. Yeah, Michelle, you probably already might have noticed, but I've got a lot of Curri content on my channel. I'll have to see. To be honest, I didn't even, a lot of times when people leave a lot of comments like that I love comments on videos. I go and see if they have a channel. I didn't even look if you have one, but if you do, I'll check it out for sure. Here, while we're stuck in a little traffic, I'm really close. I'm like 2 minutes away. But let's listen to a little funk here. That's a really, really cool old Denver bar. It's like pear, like P-A-I-R, like a pear, and it says -A and then -D-I-C-E, dice, like a pair of dice. They have more construction. Oh my God. I'm 800 feet away. It's a Curri right there. Why do I have to go into the alley? I don't want to go into the alley. Shift workspaces. Yeah, I get that.
You guys hear everything all right out there? Advise.
Make some noise for Judith Hill and Corey Henry crushing up. Open it up, family.
Alright. I have no idea how this place works. I will be right back. All right, Michelle, I'm going to, because Michelle, I don't know, does she have a channel or not? I don't know, but I just gave her mod privileges, you guys. So welcome, Michelle, and if she does have a channel, go check it out and subscribe. I'll be right back. Yeah, no problem. It just helps me to know that that when people have wrenches, it helps me a lot, because it's just easier to know that it's not a fake account or somebody trolling. Okay, so let me see. Hey, Bubba Sue, if you're still in here, I have a question for you. On Dlivrd, isn't there a way that I can take a picture in Dlivrd when I'm taking the picture for Dlivrd, that I can set a setting so that it adds it to my photo library as well? You know what I mean? Like, so you're in the app, you take the picture, and then it saves it to your photo library as well. Isn't that? I believe that's a thing. Okay, now back to my zone for some Doordash while I hope for some curries. I have a dumpling order today. When am I coming back to Michigan? As soon as this mustache fully grows in. Now, I also have some other facial hair, but when I cut this, you'll notice it even more. I'm going for the full mustache. I've never had just a mustache. I've had a beard for snowboarding and whatnot in the backcountry, and it actually helps keep me warm. So never. No, probably this summer, bro, for real. I just got a message from Dlivrd asking me if I was still going to pick up the order, and I've already hit complete, and it said, good job, blah, blah, blah. See, I wasn't being mean, I was just being real. Like, yeah, so, yeah, side hustle. So that's what I'm saying. It used to do it on mine too, and I think I accidentally turned off a setting, and I don't know where it is. Joe, I will stop by, and I will check out your warehouse, but also, you're a good enough friend and somebody that you should come out with us, man, up in Clinton Township on my cousin's boat. We go and have a hella fun time, dude. So we can even take the boat over to Canada real quick. But he has a 70-foot, and then he has a, a 56-foot, the old one, True Blue, and then he's got this new one that's dope, really dope. And then he has a jet ski too, that can follow along. But if we go to Canada, well, I did it once. We were letting the kids play the whole way there, taking turns and stuff. And then I rode it the whole way back from just the other side. Maybe it wasn't even Canada. It's the other side of the big lake there. And that's what happens when you don't live in Michigan for a while. You start to forget the names of important things. But it was like sun was setting, and I rode that jet ski the whole way back. I was so frozen. I've never been so frozen in my life. I felt like those old guys who run into Lake Superior in the height of winter, like the 100-year-olds that do it every year. What do they call themselves? The polar bears or something? Yeah, it is. It's Lake St. Clair, but on the other side, you can. I think there's a way that through Lake St. Clair, without getting into the Great Lakes, you can still get to Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can. Jobby Nooner, bro. What is Jobby Nooner? That's when I should come out specifically. My cousin says it every year because he's married and he doesn't do it anymore. But he used to do it. He used to take some of, because he's a general contractor in Detroit. He flips houses and stuff. And he used to go do that and take all of his work guys out. But and if you guys don't know what Jobby Nooner is, just look it up. Jobbie. I don't think it's a Y. I think it's IE. Nooner. Look up Jobby Nooner, Michigan. Just Google that. You'll see. Do it in Google Images. You'll see what it is. It's this little tiny island. There's islands all over that you can just stop at and have fun. Uninhabited islands. There's nothing on them. But this one is specifically, it is just a party. I mean, boats get in there. You can't get your boat out until all the boats are out because everybody's just blocking everybody in. It's crazy. Yeah, when is it though? Is it June? Or is it July? I feel like it's at the start of summer. I mean, Jobby Nooner is always something that like like I've known about it all these years, and I still keep waiting for them to say, "Okay, enough, no more of the Jobby Nooner." That's outlawed, because those parties get out of control, like for real. I mean, when I was starting my work for the laser company, which now I only do as an independent contractor, but I spent 2 years in Miami. I lived in Miami for 2 years between Colorado and coming out here, or between Michigan and Colorado, where I lived in Miami for 2 years. And everything in Miami is a party, but they don't party like Jobby Nooner party. Booties everywhere. Yeah, it is wild, dude. But it's all just people too. It's not like one of those scenes where everybody's being an asshole and fighting, and you know, it's. Oh, I didn't know. Actually, I didn't know. Wow, perfect timing. Thank God. Whew. That's a hard one to pull off there. I almost got stuck with the shaft and had to go this really horrible way. Let's get back into my zone and let's dash. Joe, when was the last time you dashed, bro? Joe's channel, Let's Play Doordash. If you're not familiar with it, when Joe was doing it, it's because it's called Let's Play Doordash because he always he had a tagline about let's play the game, let's turn on the game machine, like, because he has a full-time W-2 job, you know, so it was always just extra money for him to do Doordash. But I think, if I'm right, I don't think he's done it in a minute. But I know that I was doing a dash not too long ago, and he was in the live, and he's like, "Man, I want to go do that right now." Isn't that what you said? Let's turn on the machine. I tried about a week ago, and I couldn't even make a video. What do you mean? Couldn't live stream it? Or you mean like an edited video? What are you saying, that you had no orders? Because you want to see no orders? Hang out here for a minute, because I'm gonna be waiting on Curri's in the zone of dashing, and I'm gonna be at one of my favorite fishing holes. Actually, it's my second favorite fishing hole because it's also in a great spot to get curries. but I'm gonna be there kind of waiting on Curry's while waiting on Doordash. But let's see how many I see. The difference out here now that none of you guys in the country see except for Colorado is we have full transparency now. So exact miles and all the details are up front and they can't change. So there's no hidden tips, there's no this, that, the other. You're gonna see everything. And for those of you thinking, well, it's come pretty close to that in all the markets now. It's not. Whatever the difference is in making it the law like they did here, I gotta tell you, I don't see nearly as many offers, so I'm not sitting there decline. But the ones I do see, I mean, with very, very, very few exceptions, and I've tested this at length, with very few exception, all of them are $2 plus a mile that they're sending me. Now I know people like who's in my market, Denver's huge, who are like, no, I still see bad offers. But my thing is, I never played their game about having to get my acceptance rate up there. So, you know, I didn't turn on the money machine and play this game. Yeah, okay, that's it. But I never played the game. Joe knows I've been a bottom feeder. I was under 10% AR since 2021 when I got onboarded. It might be today, Bubba Sue. You might want to stick around. It's gonna be today because I'm at a hard 38. I was at a soft 39, but I'm at a hard 38 right now. So if I like take 2 in a row, I should be maybe 3 in a row. I should be at not this time of day. That was a Curri. Yeah, but I might hit 40% today, not 50. But I might get over that 40 marker. Again, I'm not, like I told Bubba Sue, she really wants me to get to the 50, and I'm not trying to do it like in the way that a lot of you used to make the run at the end of the month or whatever. It still has to meet my metrics. It has to be $2 a mile or else I don't accept it. So if it comes in under, or it's just going somewhere ridiculous amount of miles, it's going to take me so long. There's very few parameters on what I won't take during the few times that I schedule dashes. But I'm not even going for the levels. But I've never been this high in my dasher stats before because they're illegal. You can't have tracking stats on independent contractors. You can't have acceptance rate. You can't have any of that crap. They have tier programs. Jump through this hoop. This hoop's a hoop of fire, and we'll give you a $5 bonus. Jump through there. You know, like that's all. It's all illegal. Look up independent contractor law in your state. But the transparency thing has been huge because it has, and I'll show you guys today. But it'll say, here's the total pay, and right next to it, it says the tip, even if the tip is 0. And one thing that I've noticed is that base pay can go really high. And it makes me very concerned how the Doordash system works because you guys know I analyze all this stuff all the time. I already think that they practice complete scumbaggery, but in this case, I've seen $0 tip and an order come in. Like I did 10 hot wings that was going 3 miles out of my zone, and it paid, what was it, 16 or 14, 16 bucks. It was all base pay. It said Doordash 16. There was no peak pay, nothing. It was all pay. And yet, in their terms of service, Kim's Side Money Plan said that somewhere in there it says that base pay ranges from $2 to $10. So it has a cap off. They go beyond it. So that's not true. Maybe. Bubba Sue, I hear that, and I've heard it from a lot of people, but it just doesn't make too much sense to me. Like, that order was for 10 hot wings. So, okay, so the total of the food was, what's $8. They paid me $14 to deliver it, and the person didn't even tip. That's the platform losing their ass off. That is mismanagement of a company. I mean, if it's that important for them to save that customer over Uber Eats getting it, that's not how people do this. These days, people either have Uber Eats or they have Doordash. They're not opening and comparing anymore. That used to happen, and I'm sure there's exceptions that do, but for the most part, people just stick with what they know now. And I think it's really wrong of Doordash to do that, because I honestly believe that comes out of other base pays. I believe that makes other base pays smaller. So like, you might be right, Bubba Sue, that they raise it when people decline it, but I think that means that when they drop another order that has a decent tip on it, instead of dropping it at a $5 base pay, they move it down to $2 to start with, and it gets taken still, because it has a tip on it. I don't think that they just are like, well, keep raising the base pay. I think they take that base pay out of other base pays that are about to be offered. Tony, the Driven Dad, and I have been really discussing this a lot lately, because we think it's pretty clear with the transparency. There's something weird going on. And we've always known there's something weird going on, something very weird. And don't get me started on Uber Eats. Not until after I do this Kyle Clark interview. Because I was going to I scheduled a podcast, which I normally don't do, on Friday afternoon, where I'm going to talk about all the things we're seeing. It's going to help me go through those points. And today I have to talk to his assistant on a Zoom call, so. And I think I had seen Bubba Sue, you asked if it was going to be on television. It's Night News with Kyle Clark. So yeah, it will be on television. But even better, if you didn't catch it yesterday, I was on Jeff, Mike Drop Barbecues live for a minute. And when it does air, let's just hope I pass the test today. I mean, I got the person who wrote the law, Stephanie Vigil, endorsed me. She said I was the one that they need to have on the show. So, but Rideshare Professor and Mike Drop Barbecue are both going to live stream the video and do their take on it, so that they're not infringing on copyright law. But they'll give their spin on how it's going. So it will be on both their channels whenever it is live. And that should be pretty cool, because we'll get a lot of eyes on that. Yeah, so today here's my thing for today, for when I meet with her. Okay, so like Stephanie already told her that regarding the law that she wrote, the law that Senator Priola wrote, the SB 75 and the HB 11975 or 1175 in the House. The House one is for the DNC delivery, and the Senate bill is for the TNC, the rideshare side. That and Uber's lawsuit for an injunction that got denied. She told this person who's the assistant for Kyle Clark and kind of vets people before they go live. That's who I'm meeting with. She said that I know more about those laws and the lawsuit filed by Uber than anybody else. Now, she wrote the damn law, so that's pretty good endorsement. And then I added in there, when I was contacted by the assistant, I added in there that I also can speak. I can speak on both laws. I can speak on the lawsuit and why it got denied. And I can also speak on what, since February 1st, when they were forced, Uber especially, was forced to do this, what has transpired, what the drivers are seeing, what the passengers are seeing, and do they meet the law criteria. But I also had to throw in there that I can speak about the pros and cons from the gig driver side, as well as I can speak about the pros and cons from Uber corporate side. So I'm still like working on that in my head, and I'll do it. I mean, I'll get it done, but you know, you guys know me, I gotta be honest, I gotta be true. But I think I can spin a couple things that we see as negative into pros that or things that the company might see as pro. So, still working on it. I got some bullet points pointed out. And then also, tonight on the round table, Bubba Sue, you're in New Jersey. You won't want to miss this because we're going to be talking about the New Jersey law, because Kim asked me if we could. She said, "Can we talk about this New Jersey law on Roundtable today?" I said, "Absolutely." So I had already looked at it, but I pulled it up last night and really gave it a full read, and we're going to talk about it tonight. And Pennsylvania, Georgia have a similar bill. Yeah, Michelle, the Roundtable is every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's our runtime, and in 3 weeks we have been doing it is our 3-year anniversary. We've been doing it every Thursday for almost 3 years, a month short of 3 years. So it's a good time. It's a good crowd there. Oh, thanks, Mars. I appreciate that. Portable benefits, yeah. But Bubba Sue, did you read the whole bill? Because if you just read it in an article, because I had seen the articles, I just hadn't dove into the bill. I went and read the bill, and there's other things in there that are better than Georgia and Pennsylvania are trying to do. Like, out of the 3 states that are trying to do something similar, you guys are New Jersey's doing the best one. There's a couple perks in there that I'm going to reread it again before Roundtable to make my bullet point notes, but it looked like there's some other perks you're going to get out of it. And I don't mean, like, in fact, they do have the BS perks, like you can get health insurance through us, which we've talked about before, like California people, like that's just Obamacare with a Doordash or Uber bow on it. You know, you can get the same price insurance through the marketplace as you can through them. So that's just always been bullshit. But you can trade in the benefits for monetary value instead. And we'll talk about that tonight, because that's the first time I've seen that, where it's like, you don't have to take this or this. But I also saw there's some workman's comp in there, which I really don't know how they did that. I'm going to need to reread it again. I read it last night, but I also was preparing my notes for this pre-conversation with Kyle Clark. And right now that's the focus in my head. And then I'll focus on tonight's roundtable. But it's 2 minutes out from me being able to dash. Michelle, what other gig apps do you work? Just curious. Because I like B2B, like in the summer, here in Denver, you'll find me doing only B2B. I really don't get on other apps much anymore. I mean, I started off in 2015 with Rideshare only, all the way up till 2019. I only did Uber and Lyft Rideshare. Even when the food came around, Grubhub, all that, I didn't do it. There was more money in Rideshare. Then I did, then the pandemic hit, and then I started the audio podcast and some other things, and I started getting into all the apps. But in the summers, I do like all the B2Bs. I do Curri. I'm on Dispatch. I haven't done one in a while. Freight. I got Rodeo which sucks, but it can pull a few dollars when returning from a Curri trip. Metrobi. It depends on the cities you're in to what's available, but I got a bunch. And like I've always told people, there are more B2B apps, last mile B2B apps, than all of the food delivery, catering, and rideshare apps together. There's more B2B apps. Okay, it's 11:45. It says I can dash now. Let's go on early. Let's see what you guys got. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys are experiencing it, but our gas prices just got jacked a little bit. Again, I mean, they fluctuate, but I'm just saying, like, that needs to be figured into these amounts. You know? Play that game, baby. I just turned it on. You probably won't hear anything for a while, Joe, but what I can show you, Joe, you're going to be impressed here. You ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? 38%, dog! Woo! Uber, DoorDash, Dlivrd, Rodeo, Shipped, Metrobi, Gomo, Curri. What's Gomo? $7 bagger. Personally, I don't call $7 a banger, but dude, I do curries. You know, I do curries for like good money, man. It's hard. Like yesterday, I did a $65 curry for 12 miles to take 4 slabs of shingles, 50 pounds each, 200 pounds total, so 50 pounds per stack. I took it 12 miles. You know, I made that much. I don't mean to be mean, but in my market anyway, I can't make that on DoorDash in a lot of time. But I did that and was back to where I started in about an hour total. I also, by the way, like you guys do, a lot of you do a lot more DoorDash than me, but I gotta say, they need to take the estimated minutes off the bottom. Just get rid of that crap. That's bullshit. You know, like, sign up on trends. Isn't that Zifty? But not in my market. I refuse to go towards New York City to deliver. Sign up on Amazon Flex as well. Oh, yeah, so I'm on Zifty. I did a Zifty yesterday. Dude, by the way, it's like our friend Josh B, who lives just outside of Philadelphia. He does amazing. And I see him here too. You must need to get to a certain level. Zifties have been hard for me to grab because they go so damn quick. But I see, no joke, I've even posted some community posts. I see 2.2 miles, $600 worth of food pays $110 on Zifty. That's the ones that Josh and other people I know grab too. We all know Josh B, but that's, you know, he relies on that. You know, he does Curri, he does Dlivrd, he does some Uber. He doesn't do DoorDash at all anymore, but he relies on these other apps. But he's told me on the phone off, you know, out of these conversations that he's like, dude, I rage Zifty. Zifty's hard to get them. The thing, Bubba Sue, with Zifty is you gotta, Josh told me this, like, I have this phone going, and then this one's the camera right now, but this is all my apps running here. But Josh is like, you almost need you need a phone that just can stay open for Zifty every morning in whatever time zone you're in, 6 a.m. to like noon. You need to have a phone that is just on the Zifty screen with the app open. Even though it does a drop down, you can see the drop down and touch it. It'll be gone before you're even into there. But you need to have just the Zifty, you need to have it open. And he said you almost have to have your own phone for it, because if you have it open, you'll see him. That is the times that I've got orders. He's right. Nope, 850 for 6.8 miles, and it's not where I am. Yikes, that's gonna... It kept me at 38, but I had to decline that. I'm in a fishing hole where I know one of these places is gonna offer me something. Banger. Well, I mean, I just made my money. I just made some money on Dlivrd. Oh shit. One second, guys. I gotta answer a call here. Okay, so I gotta see this. Ed Fed. Boy. Someone might kick yo. Dude, first of all, who's gonna kick me? Because I'm actually super stoked about that. Who's gonna kick me? People who know me know, like, dude, I ain't looking for a fight, but I ran a bar for 20 years. And it was one of the roughest, tumblingest bars in Denver. It was a lot of fun though too, but ain't nothing happening to me, bro. And also I would say to Ed, do you work? Do you have a job? I'm trying to like, you might be super cool, but I'm just trying to see if you're a troll. Because if you can see, there's a sniper aimed at you from every direction in this room right now. Doesn't mean we don't love people dropping in, we do. But when you come in and don't say hi, and you say boy, and then you say someone might kick yo, first of all, I wonder, should you be in school? Are you skipping school? You know, like, maybe you should get to 8th grade or whatever. But second of all, here, I'll show you guys Ed, if you're not going to respond, this one's for you, baby. If you can't read it, it's well, I won't read it. It says, if anything I post on a page offends you, blame your parents for raising a... You got it right. So my guess is that Joe left. Or not Joe, that Ed, you must have left. He didn't get the attention he needed, see. Mom's still waiting for the... I am not your dad, bro. I don't think I'm your dad. It'd be really weird if I was, Joe. I'm not that much older than you. It means I would have slept with your mom around 12. You guys, by the way, most of you know him, but if you're subscribed to Joe's delivery channel, that Joe on the Go, check out that channel. That is what he's doing. I mean, she could have been a cougar for a 12-year-old. It's called, dude, that's against the law, bro. But Joe on the Go is doing, like I said, Joe, is there about, if you want to explain it differently than I did, cool, but it's like shipping, or it's like Storage Wars. Joe is going, buying storage lockers and stuff like that, and selling it on eBay, and, but he's got a YouTube channel about it, so check it out. Plus, he's got an awesome personality. Now, half of that isn't my genes. Half of it's my genes because he's my illegitimate son. But the other half is because he's from Michigan. Because all Michigan people rule. That's a fact. God did. Hey, Playboy. Hey, God did. God did. What did he do? God did a lot. I mean, yeah, so yeah, Michelle, you should absolutely check out Joe's channel. Plus, he's like super friendly and cool. So if you have questions, I'm sure he'll I'm sure he's happy to answer them for you. But he's upped his game too. Like, he's not just running an eBay store, he's literally going to like storages for sale, lockers for sale and stuff, just like you'd see on Storage Wars. In Detroit, I mean, I don't want to give a bad flavor, guys. It's just true. But any city should be doing it if Detroit is. Detroit's chilled a bit. But he said that they stopped doing the storage locker sales like you'd see on Storage Wars because he said people were shooting each other at them. Like, and I mean, I know when Joe's joking, Joe and I talk on the phone, so I mean, I know him well. It's not just from chat and I'm like misreading it. He was being serious. Like, people are pulling out guns and they're coming armed to these things and stuff. So, but I'm sure he might have. Joe, do you got any tips for Michelle, Side Hustle 24/7, who's running an eBay store, on how in her area how do you get started, Joe, when you want to up the game to like storage lockers and looking at that? And I mean, I guess one thing, if I was doing it, if it was me, I would probably start off with like yard sales and garage sales and try and find them even on a Craigslist, something public. And I would, I'd be the first one there. If it says 8 a.m. Saturday, I'd be there 8 a.m. to pick through what the good stuff is quick. But if it's buying up whole storage lockers, I don't know. You'd have to ask Joe about that. key to eBay is listing every day. Yeah, well, duh. I mean, I'm saying about the buying part of it. Like, you upped your game, Joe. You were doing Doordash and stuff like that, and you decided, you know, Joe was home or he was at work watching it. And he was watching Storage Wars. He said, "I'm gonna do that," and his wife said, "You're crazy, Joe." And he said, "So? Maybe I am crazy, but I'm doing it." I guess my specific question, Joe, is how would somebody in any given market find what is the best way to find where storage lockers are going up for sale? Like, how do you know? How did you find out about them? No guts, no glory. Online, you are such a smart ass. I love him. He's given me every Michigan answer. He's giving like if I was Joe's attorney, I would be like, keep giving those answers to the judge, man. Love him. You know, he's so like, where do you go? Online. Okay, there we go. So Michelle, if you're interested, it looks like storagetreasures.com. Maybe that's a place to start too. Yeah, when he first started doing it, I thought that's a good idea. Maybe I would do that too. Like maybe down on the, I don't know how. God, that's a horribly low offer. But let's see. It's scheduled for 2:30 today. Wait, what? There's 2 or 3 in here. What do I sell? Stuff. Well, that part is good. That there is some good advertising right there, because I know it's on your channel, Joe, but if you want to drop the hyperlink to your eBay store, go ahead. Just list it as, just put in all caps, Michigan trash for sale, : and then put your eBay store link. Ooh, that's gonna be maybe that'll be my store name. Maybe I'll buy your old house that you're moving out of. I'll move back to Michigan, and I'll start Michigan Trash Treasures. I thought you had videos up. Do you not have videos up right now? Trash to cash, baby. God, I love Doordash. I mean, I went on early. Okay, so I was scheduled for 12 Mountain Time. It's 12:03 Mountain Time here. 2:03 on the East Coast, 1:03 in Chicago, and it's 11:03 a.m. on that fault line in the old California state. Soon will be an island once the San Andreas goes, but. Yeah, I'm online. Bubba Sue, come on, dude. And you've seen me many times, Bubba Sue, at this watering hole. Like, you might not know it because I don't show it, because I don't want, you know, like what Kim and I have discussed. We don't want to give away our honey holes, but this is one of my better ones. But it's also in a good Curri area. But yeah, I'm online. For Forgive all the F-bombs in my storage unit video. I think it's in like 2 hours I have to do this. I have to go do this. I think it's only 15-20 minutes with the person from 9 News, this pre-interview. Where I gotta... I definitely can't be looking like this in that interview. So... I'm gonna have to comb my hair. I have to give myself a quick once over. Man, I'd like to get, I at least want to get to 40% today. That would be cool, man. That would be cool. Because Bubba Sue wants me to get to 50 really bad. To me, those percentages don't matter, but I'm trying. I mean, if it meets my variables, I'm trying. Come on, Doordash, send the love. Hey, what up, Eric? How you doing? Screw acceptance rate, bro. It's illegal. That's why it has to meet my criteria, but with the new transparency law in effect, Bubba Sue might see her wish come true. She might see me at 50%. Dude, I've never... Look, I started in 2021. I started literally, I onboarded about a month before, but never did anything with it. But then once Paratransparency hit that first day, I was working with David, Jeff, and Jimmy. It was just the 4 of us at Para at the time. And it was just the 4 of us collectively, and it grew. But during Transparency 1 and Transparency 2, both times that we ran it, that's when I did like 90% of the dashes I have under my belt, because I was doing them through Para, where I saw all the details, all the totals, everything I needed. And then I just kind of gave up on it. I was like, this is not my thing. But now, that during the Para days, I got my acceptance rate was in the single digits. I never played that game like you did, Joe. I mean, and you did you. Everybody, Kim does it too. Kim to this day on the round table tonight, you know, she's still keeping. I know that platinum can be different in different markets. It can be 70% or 80%, and Kim's at 70%. She keeps that 70%. She never falls under it. I think for like 2 years now, she's been top dasher, platinum, bronze, aluminum, whatever the top thing is, that's what Kim's been. And we can't say to Kim it doesn't work, because Kim makes great money. Now, Kim lives in a good market. I won't give away her market. I'll say that most of you already know that she's in the state of New Jersey, but she has a very good market, so... But I hadn't hit, okay, so since 2001, I had not been over 12 or 13% AR ever until Transparency hit this market the last week, the last 4 days of December till now. And now I'm at 38% AR because I'm not trying to get mine up there. I'm taking offers that are at least $2 a mile. And that has made it, yeah, I'm seeing the transparency. Here's the total pay and here's the tip. But again, even when I wasn't seeing it fully transparent, I was still down in single digits. So that's what I was saying. Something changed where they knew, shit, if we have to be transparent, we're going to have to put some real pricing in there. What is this thing now? Let's see here. Where's this going? At 2:30? No. It's too far out of time. I'm down to silver and it's hard trying to dash. Schedule and orders are awful. I gotta get back to aluminum. Kim is 100% correct. It's needed in our market. Wait a minute. So, hold on, Bubba Sue. If you're silver, you can't schedule or you can't dash now anytime you want? Only the top tier gets it? Dude, first of all, it's been a joke since there was ever a top dasher. This app is so out of control, but Uber is showing tips, base pay and tips separate, but Uber's still allowing their system to do some weird stuff. And I'm gonna that off-date podcast I'm doing tomorrow, which is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Is going to talk about what we're seeing on the driver side and what the passengers or customers for the Eats side are seeing. Because it's supposed to be happening a certain way, and Uber's doing Uber stuff. That's all I'll say for now. See, one thing I can say there. So Side Hustle, Michelle says that yes, which is ridiculous. Doordash is terrible and Uber is no better. At least for me, not being a top dasher, like on a weekend, that's when I'll turn on Instacart, Doordash, Uber, and even check Roadies for floral deliveries or short prescription runs. But because you probably know, Michelle, barely ever. And I've done multi-state runs for Curri. I've gone to Vegas. I've gone down to Albuquerque. I've been to Kansas twice. So I've done these long hauls too, but really there's nothing that comes through on Curri on the weekends. So if I'm doing some gig work, I start sloppy apping those together, see what happens. Kyle, what's up, bro? Now we got North Carolina in the house too. I can't believe we used to make $200 to $400 every day and it's turned into this now. What the heck happened to us? People don't even know how good this used to be. Yeah, and thanks for texting me too, by the way, Kyle. I'm on top of looking into who we know. First I gotta get through this interview, and then I got to get through the roundtable tonight talking about a New Jersey law. But then as of tomorrow, I'll start looking into that, because I want to get out. That state should be workable a little bit, or have some people that want to put up a little bit of a fight if they know the truth. But I think saying 200 to 400 is even though you were making that, I don't think anybody should have ever expected that to last. The 400. I think 200, I think that should be doable. 250. But 400 was when they were trying to make sure there was 300 to 400% oversaturation in every market. So they were taking out of their own funds and funding these, and it just, people were tipping huge. The fees for customers were way down. The government had started sticking their nose into things where they're now causing other regulations and misinformation and deceitfulness. And when I package it all together, I always tell you guys, when I'm talking about all the evils of these app companies, it's just really comes out to one word: scumbaggery. And but I think that, I can't believe we used to make 200 to 400 a day. I think thinking that it'll ever be 4 again that ain't happening. But to think that you can't do gig work and make $200 to $300 a day, that should be doable. especially, I won't give it away, but I know what city you're in, Kyle. Like, you should be able to make that. That's a big city. Maybe not just on one single app, but you should be able to make that doing gig work. Kyle, I know you've been doing it for a long time. I cannot remember if you ever used Para or not. See, when I was doing most of mine, I was using Para. So my whole thing literally was based on what the Para drop down said. If it was like $100 tip, I'm like, done, boom, fine. But as you know, they sued us twice, so. I love that the second time, though, and shout out to David, CEO of Para, which is now GigSmart. But shout out to David, who the second time said, no, that's cool, we'll get a lawyer too, we'll fight this. Because that was a very interesting time for us. I got to see, there's the term, you get to see how the sausage is made. We got to see how the sausage is made, and then we got to see the cleanup crew come into the sausage factory and what they have to do in between shifts kind of thing. We saw the dirty underground of the sausage being made. We saw everything because of our lawyer and because of the conversations we had to have with Doordash's attorney and a couple higher-ups. Like, when you walked into the Para office in San Francisco, the first thing you saw was the first thing you saw when you walked in were the 2 cease and desists that we had received from Doordash. Yeah, use Para, Para was the bomb, dude. Para was a game changer. You can just sit there and be like, show me money, man. When you show me money, I'll do the work. But that's what a hidden tip. But also, Kyle, that's when a hidden tip used to be a hidden tip. Like, a hidden tip could be $100. I don't remember how it used to read, but it could, what would it say, like, the base pay was higher at the time too. So like, let's say it said $4 base pay, and then it could say even like $4.25 tip. So you thought $8.25, but the Para drop down might come and say, this has a $50 tip on it. And every time Para'd be right. So we got, you'd take it, you'd go there, and it was a $50 tip, not $4.50. Yeah, Kyle, did your area of North Carolina have issues with when I say this, guys, I'm always careful these days because I'm not referring to people that were just brought here and dropped into different cities around the country. But did you have a problem with illegal account holders? And by that I mean even people who were deactivated, who pay taxes and are citizens of the country, who have gone to Facebook Marketplace and bought an illegal account. Do you face that in your market a lot on top of the oversaturation? Do you have a lot of illegal situations going on? It might be an illegal from another country seeking asylum but not doing it the correct way. It might be somebody that was deactivated who's bought a fake account. It might be a family who runs their account 24 hours a day, and so there's 3 people who all run that car 8 hours a day, so it goes 24. Lot of new people, yeah. I'm wondering if it's like even for you even more so, because again, you guys just got hit with I can't even believe we're in a day and age, I'm saying this, but North Carolina just got smacked with a hurricane. I've been to Asheville many times in my life. Asheville's gone. I mean, that was a sizable town. It's wrecked, man. So like, I wonder, there's so many people out of work. I wonder how many are joining the gig economy. Because maybe, and I'm not kidding, maybe their business even literally floated away. They watched it float away. And we all know waiting on government checks and FEMA money, you might as well just move on, because you're never going to get what you think you should, or what you should, and it's going to take a long time to get processed. But I mean, like, I'm just guessing from an outsider that on top of the normal oversaturation in North Carolina, that you're facing a lot of people who lost their job because it's gone, or this or that or the other, maybe we're like, dude, my work went downriver, so I'm gonna work the gig apps. I'm saying, like, maybe even people who don't even want to work the gig apps are working it right now because their business is gone. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that was back in October in Asheville. Yeah, I know, but it's not like there's tons of jobs back. Maybe for construction people, if that's what people want to do, but hey, later, Joe. You guys check out Joe on the Go. If you used to watch Let's Play Doordash channel, that is the same guy, only now he goes and buys storage lockers just like Storage Wars. And because he's in Detroit, he comes packing. Because I guess in Storage Locker Wars in Detroit, I'm from Michigan too, I guess that guns get drawn at those storage locker auctions. So if you're storage locker hunting in Detroit, bring your firearms, guys.
Mr. Eric Bloom on trumpet, everybody.
Joe, have a great day, bro. Hey, George, what's up? You back? All right. I'm here. I'm waiting on I think I passed up on one that was awful. I went on 15 minutes early, so I've now been on for 15 and 22. I've been on for 37 minutes. I've seen one offer and it sucked. Hey, Derek, what's up? It's slow today. Yeah, it is slow today. Hey, y'all, slightly off topic, but is Uber complying with Colorado's trend? So, hey, what's up, Spockers? Is that really you? Oh, I don't know if any of you guys can check. And I don't mean it being Mr. Spockers, but he always leaves good comments, and I like this dude. And I'm trying to figure out if it's really him. I don't know if any of you guys know him, and if you do, if any of the mods could check, because I'll give him mod powers. I haven't seen him in a live maybe before, or when I'm just sitting. But I can't check here because you guys know, if you've tried this, the way that YouTube Live is set up, if I do it, it'll take me off the screen and move me. But I'll check after. But tomorrow, Spockers, at what would be, are you in Florida? I think you're in Florida. But it'll be 3:30 your time. I'm going to be doing a piece on just that. So it's already up. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Tomorrow, there's already a thumbnail up. If you go to my channel and you look, go to live, and you'll see two schedules coming up. One is the roundtable tonight, and then you'll also see one that is a podcast for tomorrow. That's going to be about that exactly. So, Brian, what's up? Driving with spice. What state are you in? I'm in Colorado. What state are you in, Spice? Oh, South Carolina. I remember, because I always thought for like a while, I've seen you in our chats before. I remember that I used to always, for some reason, I thought you were in California. I can't remember why, but I thought you were in California. And then one time I made a comment, and you're like, I'm not in California. I thought it was, but you said South Carolina. I knew it was Eastern time. Burn one for Bob Marley's birthday. What up, Tim? How you doing, bro? Spockers has video. Man. Well, I'll just go. I'll just go back and check. I know it's him though. You just do these. The only thing is I mean, I need to make people see that I do check, because there have been, and I'm sure anybody that's ever been around some YouTube lives, we know that some trolls get pretty, like somebody might use, like Brian is a good friend of mine in Pennsylvania, and his handles have it your way, or have it, was it yo way, and I've known him a long time, but somebody could come in here and have used his profile picture that right there and created a handle that says have it your way, but they won't have a wrench, so I'll know it ain't Brian. But I need to go and always make sure, because I feel like there's some people that take trolling 10 times higher than anybody would think would be worth the time. Oh, what's up, Spice? What Carolina are you in? We got Kyle's in North Carolina, and Spockers is in South Carolina, so what is this Texas crap? You're not in Texas. Gigwise is not in Texas, by the way. He's in St. Louis, man. And Hulk's in South Carolina too. That's right. I didn't know that, George. I knew you were on the East Coast. I didn't know you were South Carolina. Geezer's in South Carolina too, and so is Ryan Welty. Brian Bob Marley. Did 2 curries and one you did 2 curries and one delivered today, Brian? Nice. Today was really slow for curry. None of the morning ones that usually are the ones that I like grabbing came through. Like none of the ones I know like the back of my hand. And the couple that have come through here are just low bangers, low hanging fruit. But there might be a little pop later today. I feel like when Thursday is slow with curry, I feel like Friday always pops. So. Ooh, Columbia area. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, what do you want to know about the Dlivrd app? I mean, first thing, let me preface this. You'll probably be put on a waiting list. It's going to be a given. Dlivrd is completely transparent. It sends the order to you. You have 5 minutes to look at it and decide. You can go through all the details. It has the exact location, the exact drop-off. It has the mileage. Tim actually Tim's does a lot more Dlivrd than me. Like just how I'm primarily curry, I do a handful of Dlivrd, but Tim does a ton of Dlivrd gig-wise in here, so he could answer any of that too. He's if you have any specific questions, but otherwise, Dlivrd's a great app because you get 5 minutes to look at it. It's yours for 5 minutes, and then you accept it or you decline it. And they do like you to go in and look at the offers and decline them if you don't want them. Don't just let them time out. That is something I can let you know that. Dlivrd is a catering app. I think they know that, dude. So, Brian, you left the house at 7 a.m., home at 2. Okay, so 2, he's Eastern. So he left at 7, home at 2, so 7-hour day. $355.90 for the day. And Brian, also, just to let these, maybe it wasn't the greatest example day for this, but just to let people know, how many miles are you getting to declare today too? And there, guys, when we talk about Curri, these are highway miles. They're easy on your car. Instead of driving around the city and beating the shit out of your car all the time, Curri brings a lot of highway miles. So on top of that pay, Brian's going to get a lot of write-off money potentially. Maybe he didn't do a lot of miles today, but a lot of times he does do pretty long hauls. You get to write all those off. That's it. It's not cash income, but come tax season, which we're in, it saves your ass if you know what you're doing. What's Curri? It's spelled like this. Curri. It's B2B stuff. They don't have acceptance rates. Again, it's a transparent app, but it works on a round robin system. So when the order comes through, it's showing to you and maybe 5-7 other people at the same time. So you have to be a little quicker to act on a Curri offer. You get to know them as you know the app better. You will absolutely be on a waiting list for Curri unless you have a box truck, or if you have a pickup that you could add a pipe rack to, or probably even a cargo or sprinter van. Otherwise, if you just have a normal vehicle, yeah, there's tons of us that do it in normal vehicles, but you'll be on a waiting list for a while. I'm going to warn you, but it's worth getting on the waiting list. Because when people tell me, dude, I've been on the waiting list for a year. Yeah, well, guess what? We still see good offers because they have a waiting list. If they dropped that waiting list and said, fine, everybody's on, we wouldn't be able to see what we see on Curri. So, yeah, and by the way, so... yeah, also when you were asking about the Dlivrd app, Tim has a good answer here. Keep in mind with catering apps, there is no honeymoon phase. You will not get banger orders until you have built a relationship with the company. Like, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's still 10. Like at 10, once you've done your 10th Dlivrd, it lets you, it kind of like, I don't know if it really raises you into the next, they're like, to see bigger offers. Realize that this company, Dlivrd, primarily works with Easy Cater, but some other ones like Relish and other things too, but they could potentially be giving you $2,000 worth of food. You're not going to see that on your first order, not only because there's other veteran people in front of you who are in what they have an elite program, their top 10%, but they're not going to get, in your first 10 orders, they're not going to give you $2,000 worth of food. You might just end the delivery and just leave. They need to, it's a relationship a little bit with the catering apps. It's not just about the, you need to do this many before we show you this. It's really about earning trust a little bit. So Tim might disagree with me on that a little bit, but I know he knows what I'm saying too, and that's a big part of it. They trust an unknown new driver. No, they do not trust is what you meant, I think. Yeah, they don't. They don't trust. Exactly. Well, so Spockers, when you go to Curri in an app, see, I don't know. I haven't been in a market where it's not. But if you open it, it's not in your market. Does it say let yourself be put on a waiting list? And if it doesn't, email drivers@curri.com. Now they're overloaded, and don't get all too wordy or anything, but just say, hey, I live in this market. I've been trying to get on Curri. I see you're not here. Is there any way I can make sure that I'm on a waiting list or whatever? Because I can tell you this, all it takes is one client, especially a national client. If they land one national client in your market, Curri will be live, and it won't just need one driver. It'll probably need like 10. Like if you get a Ferguson Plumbing account, okay, they're going to need 10 drivers right away. I make next to nothing because of my mileage trade-off. See, Traveler does. Dude, if you do long haul stuff, Traveler was doing rideshare, now he's doing Amazon Flex. If you do like these last mile ones, guys, write off all your damn miles. Just be honest about it. You know? Sergio and I did a live about 6 months ago maybe, where we only specifically talked about a scenario that had happened with a driver in Oregon who had been doing rideshare for years, and he did both Uber and Lyft. It was his full-time gig, and he got audited, and they wanted every receipt of every customer he had from the prior year. And and this is like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago that this happened. Now, if you've done rideshare in that time period, you know you couldn't even get to those. Not only did you not have them, you couldn't get to them. So even the dude being audited was like, go ask Uber, dude. And they're like, you're the independent contractor. So already the IRS in the audit was following independent contractor law. But Uber was given, and Lyft were giving him the runaround going, well, go to the contractor, not us. We just subcontracted the job to him. And he didn't have receipt. The guy ended up getting fined like $5,700 or something. And had to pay that on top of his taxes. Like that was his fine for ill reporting. So what I want to say is make sure that you're reporting properly. I do know a lot of people who I've actually had people who are asking me and stuff about taxes, and they're like, I know a couple who have gone into some of the apps like a TurboTax or any of those quick file ones that do a good job if you do it right, but they've gone in there and they've played with the mileage, they've entered it and they've done the rest, and then it's still too much owed, so they add more miles. You guys, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. First of all, there's enough problems proving what you do, and hopefully you're using at least Stride or one of Gary'sApps.com. Go to Gary'sApps.com, especially if you're an Android user, and if you've never been to Gary'sApps.com, you should absolutely, just from me saying that, go over there and check it out, because he has apps that will help you as a driver in so many ways. They're amazing apps. They've been around for years. I will vouch for them. Check it out, Gary'sApps.com. No, the first 10 only gets you the newbie kit. Right. So Tim saying, so the newbie kit is like, you get like, I think it used to be 3, but I think it's only 2 now. You'll get 2 full size, or not, well, large, not like extra large, but you'll get 2 large catering bags. I don't even know if you get anything else. What else do you get? Oh, you get you get this thing, which you're supposed to hang on your rear view, but I've always just kind of stuck it over my VIN. I mean, I know they can write a parking ticket without seeing the VIN, but I figure if I do that, it's a better shot of like anybody potentially writing me a ticket to go, wait, what's over that? To come up and see if it's a handicap placard, and then see I'm just on a quick delivery. And even though it still might not be legal, they might just move along. But they send you that too. But they send you however many of these bags. By the way, they're bags. And Dlivrd, if you're watching, Tim's in here, I'm in here. You know we love you. We love you. But your bags suck. I mean, they suck, dude. That zipper breaks the first day you get it. They can say you will see large orders after 10, and at one time you did. It's much bigger now. Yeah, and so the other thing is you can also upload the amount. You can take pictures and upload the amount of bags you have after you get to 10, and you know, do you have a cart? A cart is, and plus even if it's not just for the picture for Dlivrd, you're gonna want a cart, because when the big orders come in, you'll just want a cart. Yeah, Spockers, the other thing too is when you say that you haven't checked in a long time, but it said something about not being in this area, I'll try again. Like, I don't know how far you are from like some of the cities where I know people like Gig Geezer. You know, he does curry. I know other people who do curry in South Carolina. So maybe you could put that as your market. And I say that because, yeah, you might not go to that market and hang out all day waiting for curries, but Curri does a lot of night before scheduled ones. So you might see if there's a market that's 30 miles away and you don't work it, and you're like, and if you could put that market and they're in that market and you get onboarded, then you could at least look at the schedules and go, oh, there's $150 one from this city to here, and then I can just have to come back down to my city. It still might make sense to you on the scheduled ones to do them. Key to catering success: do every order that makes sense, even a few that don't, just to get the numbers. Yeah, Tim, I agree with Tim. Would know better than me because he's in that elite program. He sees the best of the best, but it's definitely not how I do it now with Dlivrd. But then again, a lot of the times it's because it makes so not sense. St. Louis is a unique town in that it's very big, but it's all like within a horseshoe shape. So it's like all there. Like Denver's huge, dude. It is huge. So a lot of times I see Dlivrds for what would take me 40 minutes to get to the pickup, and then the delivery's 3 miles. So it's like, dude, I'm looking at 40 minutes each way, 45 minutes each way, an hour and a half of driving, where I hope another app is going to do something for me. It depends on how your city's laid out, I guess. But within the Dlivrd app, you can set your zone, what you want to see, the area you want to see orders in only. Yep, could take about a year. I think Tim's being correct, and I think he's being fair, but he's being spot on. I mean, it could take a year, it could take a little more too, but you are going to have to do some work on Dlivrd. And again, in the meantime, you might see $20, $25, $30 Dlivrds that are only going 3 miles. So it's still going to make more sense than delivery apps to you. So my advice is get on everything, you guys. Wait, so driving with Spice cannot get on Dlivrd. Huh. There's not a lot of markets that they're not in. That's strange. There's also Dlivrd that, Zifty. Yep. I did a Zifty yesterday. I use Gridwise for my mileage tracking. Yeah, I did a podcast with Ryan Green, the CEO of Gridwise. I've always liked Gridwise, but Gary's apps do it. What is it? Hurdler. Hurdler has a gig economy do your taxes, and it's already got this skeleton set up for gig app workers. It's like TurboTax and all those others, Hurdler, and you can do your taxes right there. And they also have an app that tracks your mileage and imports it into your taxes. That part is cool, very cool. There may be a local to your market app. Zippers, dude, the zippers do suck, Bubba Stu. I mean, I honestly, both my zippers ripped almost immediately. One lasted longer than the other, but the one ripped the first time I put something in it, and it wasn't even that heavy. I like zipped it, it did get shut, and then I picked it up, it was like, I'm like, what the fuck? New catering bags coming any day now. Yeah, but they're going to come to the Dlivrd store, and you're going to have to buy them. Are they going to send us current Dlivrd drivers new bags? Because that'd be cool. Chris's, Heffernan, or Barnes. Either one of you guys hearing this. We current Dlivrd drivers want 2 new bags. We don't want to be looking like unprofessional bums out here for you. Come on, guys. You know me. You know Tim. We wouldn't sell you anything the wrong way. Send us bags too. Please. What's up? Okay. Canadian gig app play. I didn't even. Oh, wait, wait. Canadian gig app play. C Kelly. Yeah, I've seen you in here before, man. I've watched your content a couple times. You actually, man, you had a community post that I might bring up on the. Let me see if I can find why I took a picture of it, because I took a screenshot of one of your posts the other day. Because on the round table we have Cheyenne, who's up in Canada too. She's up in Winnipeg. Or I'm sorry, Montreal. She's up in Montreal, Quebec. But she on the round table tonight, I wanted to bring up this screenshot I had taken. I think it was your community. It was your community post. I don't know where it is now. But it was something about age was on there, and I didn't get it. We don't see that down here in the United States. It was weird. Anyway, if you watch the round table tonight, I'm sure that whatever it is, I'll have it there. But welcome. Hold on, guys. What I'm gonna do real quick is I want to get a couple wrenches out, but I need to pull up on the other phone this chat and see if. Just make sure the channels that I'm looking for to do this for, that they are who they say they are. Y'all about to get checked. So, okay, I've been on an hour and 2 minutes. I have seen one offer that sucked. It is slow today. So, first I'm going to go to Spockers. Let's see. Yep, that's okay. I can tell by the. Yep. That's him. This is Spockers. Where are you at in here? There it is. Okay. Wait, Tim, you can do that? I didn't know you could do that. I can switch back to just getting payment? I hate the payment system. Tim and I have been in a beta test with Dlivrd about a new payment system, and I gotta say, because I've been saying that if they roll it out to all of you, y'all are gonna hate it. It sucked. So Spockers, you've been wrenched. There's something else in here I was looking at. Okay, Driving with Spice, we're gonna wrench you. By the way, guys, go give Driving with Spice a sub. She has 87 subs. We all know what a road that can be. But keep making videos, you'll get there. But let's help her get there now. Let's see if she's at 87. I just subbed Let's see if we can get her to 100. Can we get her to 100 today? Let's get her to 100. Oh, and I wanted to check Canada. My Canada guy. Yeah, hold on. Oh, and same thing with Canadian Gig App Life, guys. He has 86 subs. They're both right there. See if we can get both of them to 100. Come on. I like it when people are just almost at 100. Like, let's get them there. That's easy. We should be able to do that in this community. They're doing gig work. They got channels. Let's help them. So, Canadian Gig Life, I just gave you a sub to. Yeah, let's give all those people subs. I'm gonna put that away. Hold on, there's a Curri right there. Hold on. Denver to Littleton. Shit, dude. It's a bad time of day for that one. I don't want that. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get you guys. I mean, hell, we should be able to get them to 90 right now. That should be doable. Like right now in this live, we should be able to get them to 90, both to 90 easy. Can we do that? I know enough good people in here that if we all do it, both of them will be above 90. But we should be able to even get them to, I don't know. I would think that we can get them to, I think that we can get them both to 100 even. Let's go. Come on. Okay. So, Driving with Spice, you're at 90 subscribers right now. Looks like we got you a few. Let's see about Canadian. Canadian's at 88. We gotta get Canadian 2 more. And we got to get 12 more for Canadian, but 2 more just to the 90. And then Spice is at 90. Let's get her up to 100. Let's get both of them to 100. That's easy. Plus, triple digits feels so much better. Let's get them that feeling. Know that you played a role in getting them to triple digits. So... Okay. We get, oh no, I screwed up this whole thing with the music, but get that going, no problem. Okay, so there. Wait, you have another channel, Tim? I mean, I know you did, but I knew you had your channel for Bitcoin and stuff. But you have one for gaming? Gaming with Gigwise? Why don't you put the link in the thing, man? I don't even know that one. I can't help you there, bro. Let's see. Bubba Sue, I agree. Send us 2 new. Yeah, 100%. I mean, dude, look, we all know, like, even what I just did when I went into that Upwork or whatever it was, where people rent those spaces and they work. I went in and did that delivery. I had my Dlivrd bag, but it has a ripped zipper. The top's just flapping open. Like, come on. Don't make this, to me, this looks like the cheap pizza bag that Doordash tells you at some pizza places they have a bag for you if you need it. Like, I have a couple of those, but I don't even know if I still do. I gave one to some other guy that didn't have one because I just got myself a very nice pizza bag. You can fit like 5 in it. And then I have one of the DoorDashes, I think, folded out in the back, but... Sleep vision, is that your... I am so lost right now. Wait a minute. So... let's get back to it. And now I'm really watching for curries. DoorDash just ain't happening today. I'd love a curry before I have to go back and do this pre-interview. Here we go. Oops. There we go. Lights on. Volume up. Talking about bags. Hey, Life of Richard, what's up, bro? The Georgia law is about portable benefits. It's the same thing we're going to talk about with the New Jersey law tonight. I'll try and pull it up. I have it at home on my computer. But it was confusing. The New Jersey one at least reads in a way where you can tell what's going on. The Georgia one, I'll need to reread it with full focus because it sounded to me like they weren't doing what they're trying to do in Jersey. And I'm not saying it's the best legislation, but it's something in Jersey. But they're trying to do something where you're getting some portable benefits. But to me, I didn't see where the companies came into play. It just sounded to me like, I don't know. I don't want to speak on it until I'm really well read on it. Send Barnes an email and tell him you want to switch back. Screw that, I'll call him, bro. I'm gonna call him and say, why didn't you tell me it's back? Oh, Tim, I haven't been in that WhatsApp thread in a while because of that one person. That person bugs the out of me. And they haven't even done anything directly to me. I can tell. I know that type of person. And wow. Stop the hate. How you doing today? Hey, how you doing, bro? So you guys did it. So can somebody check what is their what is Spice and Canadian Gig App Life sub count at? If we got them both over 90 at least. How many channels you got, gig-wise? Jesus. The sleep channel. I'd be afraid, dude. I'd be afraid to go to your sleep channel because I'm afraid you'd pop in like during the calming part and be like, "Ha ha, wake up! Here's some loud heavy metal music, bro." I love Tim. Nothing like a $4 platinum offer. It's, I fell way behind, it looks like. Yeah, stop the hate. That's awesome, dude, because I do the same thing, man. You know, a lot of times they are busted bags. They're kind of old. They might, they're starting to, they might start being ripped or whatever. But it just means they're broken. They're easy to load into, but it's still better than nothing. I try and pass my stuff along, too. Yeah, so Spockers, you're saying that it's not in your area, you need a home address. I would still email drivers@curri.com and just say, hey, I'm wherever you are. I'm in this city. And I know you're not here yet. I keep looking and you're still not, I know that you're still not here, but when you are, is there a way that I can be put on that waiting list? I'm not saying anything will happen from it. I would just do that personally. I hate the music. I just need to hang on. You don't hate my music, Tim. Whatever, dude. Tim wrote an awesome song, or Tim and I have this thing. Tim and I talk on the phone and stuff too. He's a buddy of mine on top of YouTube, but it's Rideshare Rodeo. And then I got this thing in my head, and then between Tim and I, like now Tim drops it whenever I'm not thinking about it, and it gets stuck in my head for the rest of the day. You guys remember the song Mexican Radio? Like, I'm on a Mexican radio. Somehow Rideshare Rodeo started popping in my head to that, and I could not get rid of it. And I told Tim, and now whenever I've forgotten about it, Tim will drop it in the live chat. It would be like, I'm on a Mexican rodeo. I'm like, damn it. It's stuck in my head all over again. Rick, what's up, bro? How you doing? Hey, Rick, you should sub to Canadian Gig App Life, and to Driving with Spice. Both of them are crawling up on 100, I think. We're going to get them there right now. Hey! What's up, A? So A is our friend in Poland. Everybody say hello to A. She's awesome. She doesn't do gig work, but she just hangs out with us here sometimes. So, and we don't see her as often as we'd like to, but whenever she pops in, it's always fun. How you doing, A? Agnieszka, right? Agnieszka? Is that right? Hey, did I get it right? Agnieszka. Rick, no longer doing gig work. Really? Not at all, huh? I love that so many of us know A in Poland. Like, Bubba Sue's like, hey, A. Like, we all know it. Like, so many of us know her. You know, messenger and carrier. Monday through Friday, like like courier? Is that what you're saying? Like you're doing a messenger and carrier. That's, to me, I would think courier. Is that right? Hey, love the name. Well, you got to say her real name though, and that's if I got it right, she'll tell me. Agnieszka. Let's see. Hey, major deliveries. You guys, make sure that you're all that you are in here. Make sure you're subbing to these Canadian Gig App Life and to Driving with Spice, because they're both right up on 100, and we all know that makes such a huge difference. It's like a huge milestone to get to the 100. Then you start rolling a little more, and they start coming in a little quicker. There are some drivers here in Georgia is talking to senators and congressmen about the low pay. Yeah, exactly. The problem, Richard, you know this. You've watched enough of my stuff for years. The problem is that there's people talking to political figures in every state right now. It's who are the people talking to them, and what are they asking for? It used to be, how do we get our politicians to hear us out? Now they're hearing us out, but are they hearing the right message? Because even though it's not perfect yet, it's being seen through. The process is happening. And here in Colorado, I like what we're going for, much better than a guaranteed wage or this, because that's a floor meets ceiling. That becomes like a W-2 job. So I just think there's too many pitfalls in all the other legislations out there. But here we're just saying, hey, we want a human review if we think we were wrongfully deactivated, and we just want 100% transparency. That's it. You show me all that. The only other thing that they could do is, and a lot of the apps I work already do this, but they could just take away the acceptance rate, because acceptance rate has no place in this space anyway. It's illegal to put that on an independent contractor. See, my thing is about Richard, about your state, is that I want to read it deeper, but I have see, from what I read is like, yeah, you got the wrong people pushing for some good legislation, and what they're pushing for is something to make their constituents look like they're helping the gig workers. And I'm not saying they're even bad people. They might be, but I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that they are definitely misinformed when they go for this just weird legislation. But okay, so Canadian Gig App Life is at 90 subs, and Spice is at 92. We can get them up a little higher than that, right? You guys go give them a sub. Damn it. Tim just put it in there. It just reminded me of it. Now Derek's doing it too. Agnieszka. Did I say it right there? It's not egg, it's egg. Agnieszka. Does that sound better? Did I do it right that time? I remember I had it before. It had been a while. I need to like write it down in like a phonetic spelling and just tape it right there for when you drop in. But see, I'm even afraid that where you say everyone can call me, I don't even want to say that because I feel like if it's Agnieszka, is it Agnes or is it Agnes? I'm even like the shorter version. You got deactivated for eating a French fry. Yeah, something needs to happen, Richard, for sure. That's... No, it's not Agnes. It would be So, okay, Michelle's asking, Justina. I got a second name, Justina. What the hell? Hey, damn it. What are we supposed to call you? Now you're going just too far, right? Is it? I'm gonna do the whole name, Agnieszka, because I feel like I've got that down. If I've got that down, put this, and I'm gonna keep trying to remember it, Agnieszka. I don't need to use your short name. I don't need your middle name. I want to get your first name proper. So Michelle asks, okay, so other drivers do see the order. With that said, why do they have the timer? Can you explain to me that? For which app? Which app are we talking about? For Doordash? Or for... I think I was talking about with Dlivrd. You get it for 5 minutes. It's yours to look at. With Curri, I was saying it goes into a it's in a pool. But my Curri doesn't have a timer though. Oh, and I definitely am gonna get your name wrong, and it probably isn't even your name. It's probably like some kind of breakdown of it. But hello to Helsinki, Finland. My entire family is Finnish. So welcome, my friend. I'm calling her A. That's what... Why, Bubba Sue? Call her Agnieszka. See, I didn't even have to scroll up to do that. I just need to remember it. Because when she pops in and I see A, I'm always like, oh, A from Poland's here. And I'm like, what the hell is it? Jason's sister that was on Family Ties? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, Ketos. Yeah, I got this, man, I feel so bad. My grandfather passed away years ago, and he actually was, like, we have Finnish descent, but he was actually from Finland. Did the stream die? It looked like everybody got bounced out. Oh no, it's here. Okay, somehow it just looked like it went wrong, right? Yeah, we have a thing in our house. It's a really long Finnish word that means welcome to our home or something. It says on the back even, but it was something really nice my grandfather gave me. He used to speak in Finnish sometimes. It's quite the language. In Poland, you don't have hard names. Agnieszka. I can say your name all day. Agnieszka. Agnieszka. Has everybody met Agnieszka? Hustlin' Buddha, have you met Agnieszka? She's our friend from Poland. Does Curri have to abide by the new rules of transparency? Yeah, but Buddha, you do it. You know, Curri's been transparent since day one. They're not hiding anything from you. Here, you got to pick up here. You got to take it to here. This is the weight, and this is the pay. That's one of my favorite things for the past almost 5 years in May that I've been on the app is they're just transparent. They're honest. I thought I saw here it is. Yes, above the order there is a timer that counts down, at least in my app, like 15 seconds. In Curri? I've never had a timer in Curri. Well, so major deliveries, you know, even if deactivations are done through AI initially, you should be able to in any market hit boom human review. That you want a human review within 24 hours, because of course they have to let the AI do some. They can't human review every deactivation, but they figure that. I mean, I think part of it's they figure if you are a fake account, you're not going to fight it with a human review. But if you're like, dude, why'd I get deactivated? You're going to fight it. You might just find yourself reactivated. I think they just need a button that simply does that in everyone. Okay, I'm back. I got deactivated from DD one time. You know, it's funny to me only because it should be that it can only happen one time. Like, this one time when I was deactivated, and this other time, because I ordered a handful of extra red cards and gave them to a few people on Reddit. Oh, so? Yeah, please, side hustle. Next time you do, please take a screenshot of what you're seeing for Curri, because you can email it to steve@ridesharerodeo.com. Simple. Everybody has that. It's a public email. So go ahead, just email it. I'd love to see it because my screen does not do that. It's just a round robin. I know other people are looking at it. So as I watch that bar counter go down, like, you know, where it's going, you know, just kind of, it's usually going to be claimed by the time the bar's at the end, if not way before. But that bar counter is just saying how long it's been to the group of people in that round robin. So Brian, is she just talking, because Brian does a lot of it too, Michelle, so is she just talking about the bar I'm talking about, like the colored bar at the top? You know, you get an order, you boom, it goes in and it's that bar? Is that what she's talking about by the timer? Hey, Lisa, what's up? It just says, oh my gosh, guys, I just got a thing that just said my current dash has been paused. Why? Because you don't have any orders? And it wasn't paused. I'm still on it. I'm going to pause it and unpause it in case it thinks I was. That's weird. Out of nowhere, it just said your dash has been paused. But then I went over there and it wasn't paused. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Michelle, yeah, we all see that. But that doesn't mean, even when it gets to the end, that doesn't mean somebody accepts it. It just means it's going to the next batch of people. But you can still go into the opportunities board and potentially see it. Now, I understand, and I'm sure Brian, have it your way, will agree. In all markets, it's probably going to be gone by the time it hits the end, and then you do go back to the opportunities screen because it'll be gone. But sometimes not. We see ones sometimes they're going up in the mountains. Our market, unless we're onboarding new people to Curri, my market, the Curri drivers are pretty good. They know to I ain't taking it for that. And so when, like, really, we actually see, especially in the summer, a decent amount go up a handful of times. So you got to remember from the Curri perspective, from the Curri perspective, or from the Curri customer perspective, they're going into a portal that they create, and they're making an offer, a bid, to get this from A to B. And then Curri has a system that increases it by whatever they need to, because they know what it's really worth. So of course they're going to let a customer underbid, but there's a little warning in there that'll say, like, you might want to add a few dollars to this to get it done as a hot shot. So on the customer side, they can put in whatever they want. It's just Curri has a way of saying, like, let's say you put in a good solid offer, they're going to increase it if it doesn't get accepted every 5 minutes by $5. If it's a horrible offer, they'll increase it by $5 every minute. But the problem is sometimes you get a newbie who's like, oh, what, $15? I'll take it. And we're like, dude, that's a $40 offer. Don't take it. So I don't know. I know here shortly I got to, let's see, how much time do I have left? Okay. So I got about 11 minutes left. So Lisa's going to entertain us since she's the newest one in the house. Listen, if any of you guys didn't already, and Agnieszka, are you still in here? Do we still have Poland representing? Do we still have Finland in the house? But go and subscribe. If you scroll up, you'll see Canadian Gig App Life, and you'll see Driving with Spice, I think is what it is. Sub to those channels, you guys. They're like this close to 100. Right there. But let's see, in 11 minutes right now, this stream will be 3 hours. I'm going to end it there because I got this meeting with, because I got the pre-meeting to do the show with Kyle Clark. I got to meet with his personal assistant, whatever she is, I don't know. The person who, weeds out people that he shouldn't have on the show. But I do have the endorsement of Stephanie Vigil, who wrote the law. So they asked her to be on. She said, why have Steve? He knows more about the law than I do. She wrote it. So, but Michelle says that in her market, rarely get an increase. Yeah, see, if you go back years here too, you kind of had to take it when it came because otherwise it was going to be gone. It wasn't going to ever go up. So there are still markets like that. I have people tell me, we all know it's market to market, clearly. We're all in here doing different apps, and they work for us. They don't, in our markets. But if you're in a good Curri market, you'll see a good volume. But if you're not, you might want to just grab what you can, because you're always hoping with Curri that they land. One national client changes your entire market. There's a couple HVACs, there's a huge plumbing that we have, they're not as dialed, but they still work very in conjunction with Sherwin-Williams. There's a lot of places that they work with that are national. So all it takes is that. And oh, Spockers, so you were taking $40 plus low miles offers on Eats for closed restaurants. Did you know they were closed? You didn't know they were closed. So is it the same process as oh, bye Michelle. Hey, bye Michelle. Glad you stopped by. So is it, do they pay you like DoorDash does though? Remember when people were getting deactivated because they'd sit outside of a place that was closed during its normal hours, but for whatever reason it closed? You know, like, I don't know. I'm just wondering if they pay you. I've never had that happen, so I don't know. Yeah, Beacon's big. But okay, so if you, you knew, but if you had accepted them and gone there, are you risking deactivation? Because they'd say, you knew that place was closed. What the hell are you taking it for? When it's really like, it's your platform, dummy. Like, why you send it to me? And they don't pay anything for closures. Such an Uber move, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Have it your way. So, who was it? What's his name? Oh God, it's gonna drive me nuts. Aaron. It might even be Aaron's Hustles now. He used to be something Phoenix. He's in the Phoenix, Arizona market. Aaron though, he does a lot of Spark, and he does a lot of or he did a lot of DoorDash. He got deactivated for sitting outside of a closed restaurant and accepting orders and canceling them the night before he was supposed to be paid like $1,200 for a week's worth of pay. The payday was the next day, and they deactivated him and then didn't pay him. And I don't know. In most states, the day you fire somebody, the minute you fire somebody, they don't have to wait for a last paycheck. You have to pay them out. And like here in Colorado, if you get fired from anywhere, you have to be paid everything you're owed that minute. Deactivation falls under that, and I would think that, that really drove me nuts. I remember Aaron's gigs. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Bud soda, no. Yeah, DoorDash will deactivate you for that, but it's their fault. I mean, just have a thing in there saying, we're already doing it. No, restaurant's closed. You're deactivated. Why? The restaurant's closed. Quit sending offers from it, idiot. You used to be on the phone with DoorDash? What? I never had why were you just calling them for fun? I mean, I've done that. Or to harass them a little bit. Just saying. I think anybody that was ever, maybe some of you were in here when I did the live stream, and Josh B was in here, and I said I'd do something. I was like, I'm about to do this. He said, you won't do it. He was like, I'll super chat you if you do it. It was like 10, 20, whatever it was, $20 maybe. He said, I'll super chat you $20 right now if you do it. That ended up being more than the two. I made more on Josh B's super chat by making that call publicly that you guys could hear than I did on the 2-hour dash. Oh my God. Okay, so we got 4 minutes left. Oh yeah, I did that on Instacart. I did that with Instacart. The Instacart one, Lisa, it was even better. I'm glad you remember that. That was when Flex was in YouTube jail, and we were free Flex. But it was one of the nights we were doing a stream to support him on. Somehow he was allowed to get into streams, but he couldn't get into his channel, so we had it on mine. And I remember the Instacart call was pretty funny because it was about when I called, I wasn't even calling as a user. I was calling to say that I can't even remember how I worded it. I was like, the bots aren't working. They're like, what? I'm like, the grabber bots. Like, the grabber bots are down, they're not working. If this keeps up, people are actually going to be able to make money. We got to get these things back working. And she was like, hold on. And it was, she called the supervisor over. But my whole thing was in like Gary's in the side of my ear, and he's saying, what was he? He's like, get their API number. And I was like, we can just fix this real quick. Just if you could just give me that API number. Not grammar bots. Yeah, grabber bots. I was like talking about the bots, right? Because they know they have them too. I was like, that's. Wait, what is this, Johnny Smith? Aaron got deactivated because the restaurant employees were saying they were closed when they were actually open. Oh, okay. At night, Taco Bell does it in my market often. So, okay, so, oh, thank you for correcting me, Johnny, by the way, because I like Aaron. He's a friend of mine. He's a friendly to the channel for sure. So that's what happened. But even that, like, all they have to do is just flip it. The locations have an ability to, like, I don't know if it's like a toggle switch, but a manager can get in there and, like, if a restaurant got flooded and it had to close, right? They had a water leak. They have a way to go in and say, hey, we're shut down for the rest of the day, and it shouldn't be sending out any orders. So obviously these managers aren't doing what they're supposed to, and they're just letting the orders come in, that's a fail on their part. And the Doordash should be just as pissed over there, like, do your job right. We can't be dispensing drivers over there. And grabber bots. Yeah, I was saying the whole bot problem was down. I said, and when she asked me, I said if this keeps up, the normal people on the apps are gonna be able to make money. We need to get the bots back up so they can be distributed to the elite, because we obviously, as you know, I said, like she knew. I was like, obviously, as you know, the goal is to not let everybody make money. So we got to make sure that only the top few that we've selected get the bot orders. Oh, that was good. Okay, guys, we're in the final minute. Wish me luck on the Kyle Clark pre-interview. It's going to be a big deal. And then tomorrow I got a podcast. Tonight we got the roundtable. Check out the roundtable. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow I got 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. I'm going to do a podcast on what, since February 1st, has happened with the Uber Eats since they got their injunction denial last week and have had to follow the transparency law. So, because a lot of you have been asking. So, thanks, Bub Sue. Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody who watched. Good live stream. Not good money today, but at least it makes it a hell of a lot better when I got some time with you guys. So, have a great day. Earn smart. Be smart. And we'll talk soon. Peace, y'all.